Hey gang, Paul here with the 3 tips that you actually see in the article down below this video if you are at nichologyprofitletter.com. If you're watching at YouTube, obviously the article is not there. But 3 tips to really use videos as traffic devices, as ways to gain interest and present yourself to your market. Number 1, buy good AV equipment. Now, good does not mean it's got to be great and you don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm using a Kodak ZI-8 right now. I think it's about 200 bucks, and I went out and got a little lapel mic from Radio Shack with a little bit of an extension cord on that. And this mic, even though there might be a little bit of reverb in here, it's nothing like just the audio straight from the camera. And the reason I chose this camera over Flip and some others that are out there is it actually has an external mic plug-in. So that's pretty cool. So go ahead and buy some good AV equipment. You don't have to buy everything out on the market. You don't have to stock up, but buy something that's good. So Kodak ZI-8. It's pretty good, and then I'll basically can just upload it straight to YouTube if I want to, or use something like iMovie or something on the PC to be able to edit it just a bit. Secondly, be creative. Be creative, even controversial. And, you know, creating controversy, it has to be real if it's controversial. And you don't see me writing a lot of controversy, even though I'm fairly in life contrarian. I don't bring near enough of that into these videos. My friends are always like, man, you're always going opposite of everybody else. Why don't you do that on the video? I said, well, you know, honestly, I'm with a lot of folks who are new to marketing, and I don't want them to get confused by the opposite stance. They've got to learn the fundamentals first. But who knows, maybe some of that will end up coming out. But I do believe that controversy is created by confidence and an opinion. So a confident opinion of things can create some controversy. And I do believe that those are some other, another good C. Even if you don't feel very controversial, I do believe, missing consonant, I do believe that confidence is critical to really communicating well on video. You watch my training videos, you watch this video, if I was standing here insecure, worried, mumbling, straining, weepy-eyed, you'd be going, what in the world? This is ridiculous. Well, the same thing is true in all of our videos. So have confidence. It doesn't mean that you're arrogant, you're not a know-it-all. It means that you simply believe in what you're saying and how you're saying it. And the big thing about confidence, sidebar, confidence does not mean that you're confident in all areas of life. A person can be insecure in a relationship but very confident in the way that they present. Or they could stink as a presenter, be scared to death to get in front of a crowd, but in their personal relationships are awesome. So confidence actually is somewhat categorized. It's not across the board. We look at somebody and say, well, that's a confident person. Well, they may be confident in that area, but not all areas. But it certainly should blend into our videos very easily. And then number 3, begin with a bang. Use something like Tube Mogul to get your videos out there. Don't simply put them up at YouTube. It's just not enough. You need to broadcast them over several different video venues and allow that to get out there to as many people as possible. And then tweet about it or put it on your Facebook or whatever social media tool that you are using. But begin with a bang. Don't just start soft. Even though I believe in experimenting, certainly, but when it comes time for you to really get out there, go big. We got too many people tiptoeing around, barely sticking their toe in the water because they're scared of what people are going to say. Well, they say that bad publicity is better than no publicity, and in some respects, that's actually true. It's better for people to be talking about you and you getting out there, even if it's not your best work right off the bat. And some people would disagree with me on that. They would say, no, you got to put your best foot forward. You got to give them the best. Well, the truth is, the first time it cannot be your best. And the 5th time, it's not going to be your best. And even the 10th time, it's not going to be your best. But after you've got that cumulative effect going, it's going to rock. And you're going to become great. But if you're not willing to put the less than the best out there, you'll never get going. You'll never publish anything. You'll never use video successfully or write articles or ever put your product online because you're too concerned about what other people think. What they think is really not that important. not in the long run, and not to the measure of your life, and not to the impact of your life on the lives of other people. Because there's always going to be the jerks, and there's always going to be the people who tell you you're worthless, and there's always going to be the people who say you don't do anything for them. Big deal. There's another 96 to 98% of people. This isn't the Pareto principle. It's not 80-20. It's usually in the 90s that you actually do connect with, unless you've got some weird, bizarre, antisocial behavior that turns people off. But other than that, go ahead and go big. Go with a bang. So buy good AV equipment, be creative, even controversial, and begin with a bang. Be blessed.